Hello and welcome to the Voice of Oneness, a sanctuary for those on a spiritual journey, seeking deeper connection and awakening to the true essence. Hello and welcome to the Voice of Oneness, a sanctuary for those on a spiritual journey, seeking a deeper inner connection and awakening to their true essence. In times of uncertainty, whether you're seeking or searching for clarity, healing, hope, hello and welcome to the Voice of Oneness, a sanctuary for those on a spiritual journey, seeking a deeper inner connection and awakening to their true essence. In these times of uncertainty, whether you're searching for clarity, healing, hope, transformation, or a sense of community, the Voice of Oneness stands as your beacon of light. On this podcast, we present ageless spiritual wisdom from the masters, teachers of oneness, offering guidance, transformative practices, and tools to help navigate life with courage, love, and peace. I am Amora Satya Ra, your host, and alongside the Masters of Oneness, we invite you to join us as we embark on this path together, illuminating your spiritual journey, connecting with your inner wisdom, and unlocking the power within to awaken your divine nature, fostering a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Today's episode begins with a daily whisper from the Masters of Oneness, followed by a brief guided meditation and a profound teaching to inspire and uplift. We invite you to open your heart and mind as we embark on this journey of awakening together. Let us begin by taking a moment to join in resonance with one another using our breath. Let us all take a nice deep breath in together. Doing that right now. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold that breath and then release that breath. And as we release, we let go. Just let go of the breath. Let go of any tension that we're holding. Just let it all go. Notice the feeling as you let go. Go and let be. Our daily whisper is a call to awaken to the truth that lies within all. We hope that as you listen to these words, you feel into them and allow yourself to be carried on the vibrational frequency of love. Daily Whisper is a message from Spirit. The Daily Whisper is a message from the heart of Spirit direct to your heart. It is a call to remember. Remember who you are. Today's Daily Whisper. Remember, learning to love and accept yourself truly is the greater work. This effort will wake you from your slumber, call you to shake off the yoke of false beliefs, and teach you about yourself in absolute truth. Thus, you will set yourself free to live in peace and harmony on a level that is beyond your current understanding. Learning to love oneself is an ongoing practice that requires us to be aware of our own actions, of our own thoughts. What comes to mind as we begin this episode? Back in 2012, I gotta start again. I don't like the way this is flowing. All right, we're going to cut all this out. Hello, and welcome to the Voice of Oneness, a sanctuary for those on a spiritual journey, seeking a deeper inner connection and awakening to their true essence. In these times of uncertainty, whether you're searching for clarity, healing, hope, transformation, or a sense of community, the Voice of Oneness stands as your beacon of light. We are here for you. On this podcast, we present ageless spiritual wisdom from the master teachers of oneness, offering you guidance, transformative practices, and tools to help you navigate life with courage, love, and peace. I am Amora Satya Ra, your host, and alongside the Masters of Oneness, we invite you to join us as we embark on this path together, illuminating your spiritual journey, connecting with your inner wisdom, unlocking the power within to awaken to your divine nature, fostering a life filled with joy and fulfillment. As you tune in each week, the lessons that we offer will lead you home. Today, we thank you for joining us, and we begin this episode with a daily whisper. The Daily Whisper is a message from the heart of spirit to your heart. After the message, we will have a brief guided meditation and then profound teaching to inspire and uplift. We invite you now to open your heart and mind as we embark on this journey of awakening together. Let us begin by taking a moment to join in resonance. We're going to use our breath. I'm going to ask everyone to close their eyes for a moment. Place your hands on your heart center if you can. If not, just close the eyes for a brief moment. And when I say we're going to breathe in, we're going to hold the breath. And then as you release the breath, place your focus on releasing the energy from you, any concerns you're holding, any stress, anything you wish to let go of. And you release that breath and then feel that breath as it flows from you. And it just gently releases. So let's take that breath now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, hold, and release and let go. Feeling that breath that flows from you. It's just released with ease. You relax right where you are as we now begin with the Daily Whisper. We hope that as you listen to these words, you feel them. You allow yourself to be carried on the vibrational frequency of love, of which these words carry. This is your call to remember. Remember, learning to love and accept yourself is the greater work. This effort will wake you from your slumber, call you to shake off the yoke of false beliefs, and teach you about yourself in absolute truth. Thus, you will set yourself free to live in peace and harmony on a level that is beyond your current understanding. Learning to love oneself is an ongoing practice, an ongoing unfolding of the true nature of that which you are. We are all individuated aspects of consciousness from the mind of God. We each have a personality. We each have a unique expression. The way that we present in the world is unique to us. No one else has that exact expression as we do. We are each parts of the whole, each equal and each necessary, joining together in oneness, in the expression of life, of love. Life and love, we can say synonymous. Life, love, synonymous. The expression of the energy of the Creator, God, that which created us, expressing to us and through us, as us, here and now. We are walking this planet, experiencing life in a myriad of ways, depending on our perceptions and our own memories, thoughts, and beliefs. We express our energy in relationship to that which we believe that we are, who we believe that we are. And for most of us walking the planet at this time, we believe that we are something that is separate from that which created us. We believe we are the story of which we tell about who we are. This teaching today, this opening up to love and accept oneself, is an invitation. An invitation for us to step into, to begin to unwrap this invitation by looking instead of the world outside of us, that which is around us, the people, the places, the things, to turn our attention within ourselves to our own heart center. This center holds the truth of who we are. When we allow ourselves to tap in and tune into that energy, we are connecting to the source of that which we are, with awareness, with intention. We're opening to experience ourselves in accordance and alignment with that which we are in truth. So the invitation is to turn inwards and to allow ourselves to experience through the only way that we can experience anything, truly, and that's in the feeling. By feeling, we go into the feeling tone, the feeling nature. We feel our way. We feel what is, each and every one of us feel what is correct for us or incorrect. There is no one on this planet, no one who ever has the right to tell us, to determine for us what is correct or what is incorrect. That power belongs to us and to us alone. We decide what is right. And we do that by discerning, holding that power of discernment within ourselves by what feels right. And some of us are so conditioned or so more in a hypnotic state based on what we've experienced through the living of our story in this world, that we have lost touch with that voice within. We've lost touch with our own heart. We've lost touch with the ability to really deeply have the insight and the feeling of that which is true for us. We are so used to looking outside of ourselves for truth, looking outside of ourselves for validation, looking outside of ourselves for the understanding of how we are to experience life, how we are to interact with one another. If we were at a place within our consciousness where we understood ourselves to be love, that which we are in truth, that which we were created as love, the expressions of love. And we can never leave that. We, from the very beginning, will always experience ourselves as that which we were created to be, and that is love. We can be no other expression but love. We can behave in ways that are unloving, but our behavior does not change that which we are, does not define us at the core of our being. That's set. That can never be changed. We are love. Whether we are in recognition of that, whether we are claiming that or not, it's still the truth of that which we are. And we will experience that when all that is untrue falls away. And the living of our life is the expression of releasing all that which is untrue and moving to the recognition of our true nature, which is love. It's been said many times, and we've all heard it, that love is the only answer. And this is true. Love is the only answer, and love is inside of each and every one of us. Love is the absolute truth. Therefore, it can be the only answer. Love simply is. And when we align ourselves with that, and we begin to live from that perspective, that's when our whole world changes. That's when we move in the direction of peace. That's when we come into harmony with life. Our living of life is the experiencing of that journey. And no matter where we find ourselves on that journey today, it's the correct place for us to be. For there is no time requirement for this journey to come to fruition. For we have within each of us, in our heart center, the beckoning to return to love. That call, that voice within is always calling us home. And as we begin to listen to that call, we search outside of ourselves for ways to step into love, to receive love. When we are unaware that love is inside us, and it is within us that we go to receive this love, we will seek it in the world of effects. We'll seek it outside of ourselves. We'll seek it in relationship to others, wanting to be loved, to fill. We can call it a void. Until it is filled, it's a void inside. We want to fill that void. We want to experience love. We want to do things that bring us joy, that connect us to that feeling, that loving feeling inside. And we can do that in relationship to people, to places, to things, to expressions of our own creative nature. When it's balanced and aligned, we will feel love. We will feel that definite connection to that love frequency. And we'll know that we are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. The same is true when we step outside of that expression of love, and we are engaged in unloving acts towards ourselves or others. We will feel the distance from love. We will feel frustration. We will feel lost, confused. We will feel disharmonious with the field of love. Depending on where we are within our consciousness, Some of us will return to love, and some of us can go deeper into the darkness, deeper into confusion, deeper into the disharmonious experiences of life. For we're still feeling beings no matter where we are, and we're still seeking the feeling within us that we are alive and that we are experiencing life. When we choose love and acceptance, we choose to love ourselves, we are choosing to go towards that light of which we are and embrace ourselves, align with the love within, with the presence within us. And we do this through awareness, through practice, through setting our attention to live life as love, to be the expression of love. And we can do this in a myriad of ways. There is never one way. There's always our own expression that's right for us. There's no, well, you've got to do it this way, and this will lead you to that experience. It's you've got to find your way. You've got to learn to feel, to open up, to experience yourself, to move in the direction of that which is calling you. Because it's always there, it's always calling you. The Creator is always calling you home. Always. Come back to me. Come back to me. I give you free will. Go forth into this world and experience life based on your choices, knowing that one day you will arrive in the field of love. It's through the living of life, through the lessons that we learn, through the interrelationships that we grow in understanding. We understand this doesn't feel good and I want something that does, so I'm going to move in the direction of that which feels better. When we come to those choices, we make that decision to do so. But first and foremost, it's for us to realize that the responsibility to experience ourselves as that which we were created as love, are created as love, is ours, no one else's. There isn't anyone in this world who can love us enough that we will feel that expression of love so deeply within us if we are not loving ourselves first. We will not be at peace with the receiving of love if we are not aligned with it within. We will experience the expression of someone else's attention, somebody else's energy, depending on where we are. If we're at a point where we are not at all loving ourselves, we will push that energy away. And the mind will give us all these reasons of why, but it will never lead us back to the heart to open up to experience love in its true essence. It's for us to recognize that we're, in that instance, pushing away love and ask ourselves, what is behind this action? I'm pushing away love. Behind this is my lack of love for myself. I'm feeling unworthy of love. I'm feeling overwhelmed by the energy of love. So it's to come by choice back to the self and say, okay, let me begin by taking steps to enter into loving relationship with me, by opening up and allowing myself to feel. And that expression is different for each and every one of us. Some of us are ready to just open up wide, and then some of us can only have a little crack. It matters not. As long as we set an intention to open, we begin. We begin the process of healing. And as we live our life and we set the intention to experience ourselves as love, we're then led in the direction of living as love. So to do that, one way is we can ask ourselves, what is it we believe about love? If we say that someone is loving, how might we describe them? Perhaps we'd say they're kind, they're gentle, they're compassionate, they're open, they're very thoughtful, perhaps, and the list could go on. We say, okay, well, if that's what I believe, and it's my belief, if that's what I believe a loving person's actions would be, then I set for myself that bar. And I say, now I am going to align with the practice of love. And I'm going to put into action each one of these characteristics so that I am the living expression of love. I become aware of my thoughts, my words, my deeds, and my actions. And I, and only I, decide whether or not they meet my bar that I have set for myself as being the expression of love. And I begin to live my life in alignment with my choices to be loving. And as I do that, I start to experience life in a whole new way. No longer am I looking for the world of effects to love me. I begin to love, for I see it through the eyes of love and not the eyes of fear, not the eyes of lack, not the eyes of judgment. For fear, lack, judgment are the lower frequency and not aligned with love. So in doing this, I am not seeking to judge. Where I am in judgment, I recognize it and I say, oh my, I've stepped outside of the field of love. I'm in judgment. Let me hop back in to love. Let me love what I see. I may not understand what I see. I may see it in a way that it appears to be unloving. But when I step back into love, I release the need within me to understand. I accept that I choose to experience in alignment with love. So I allow what I see to be, and I choose love. I choose to be in the understanding that whatever is happening will eventually become the expression of love as well. But I need nothing from it. For love requires nothing from us. It simply is. Love simply is. It does not possess. It does not require anything. Does not need us to be any special way. It simply is. We are loved so profoundly by the Creator who created us. No matter who we are, no matter what we're doing, we are loved. For we are love, and that is clear. So as we are taking the steps in our life, we're walking the steps by choice to love oneself. And acceptance is an action of this love. We enter in to accept ourselves right where we are. No matter who we are, no matter what we're doing in life, no matter what the circumstances are, I love myself in this moment. I love myself for I am love. And I am living the life experience to come to the recognition and understanding that I am love. And what a joyful journey this can be if I allow it to be so. It is my choice. I can choose it to be a joyful expression, or I can choose it to be an extremely painful expression. And if it's painful in the moment, as it is, we all have our ups and our downs. That's part of experiencing. We must feel. We are feeling beings. We must feel. The choice for us is to embrace that feeling and say, okay, now let's move in this energy. Our job is to move the energy. We are spirit. We are energy in movement. And we move that energy. What am I feeling? What's behind this? And as I do this, is this loving? And if it's not, and say, I recognize that I am outside of the field of love. I choose to step back into the field of love. So I choose to express in this moment love for myself. And I start right there. Right in this moment, no matter what, I say, I love me. And I could put my arms around me. And even if I'm shaking, and even if I'm crying, and I'm in the depths of despair because I'm not believing that, I still can choose it. And I could still say, it is now unfolding. It is now unfolding, and my sight will clear. Right now it's clouded, and I let it be clouded. Because as I stay with this and I hold this, love is the answer. Love is that which we are, and the sight will clear. So I trust in that. I believe in that. And I move in that energy. And we begin to love ourselves by living the principles of love. We are kind to the self. If I'm my own self-talk, if it's unkind, it's for me to recognize and go, whoa, wait a minute. I just said an unkind statement about myself. I said I am lacking whatever it is that I need. That's unkind. We live in an abundant universe. There's abundant potentials around us. But when we have blinders on and we can't see it, these blinders are our beliefs that keep us away from it. For we're believing in this very small space. And we're saying this is all that is. Well, we're sending the invitation to you today to begin to peel off the blinders and to realize that there's so much more. There's so much more. If we together begin to take the steps to move in the direction of aligning with love. And we'll try, and we'll be successful on some occasions, and some occasions we're bound to fall. We're bound to fall down because we're learning. So when we fall down, we say, okay, I'm knocked down today, I'm unloving, I'm unkind to myself, or I've been unkind to another. I've been an absolute disaster today. I say, okay, well, that's where I am right here in the moment. But I also am learning that as I accept where I am in the moment, I can then, in the next breath, choose a loving action. And as I choose a loving action, it shifts the energy. And then it begins to turn slowly. Not immediately, boom, I'm in this loving space of heaven here. But it begins to turn slowly with the opportunity for a loving thought to follow it. And then as I go at that and I claim that, then another and another. And I begin to lift myself up. I'm not looking for anyone else to do it for me because they can't. I must choose it. And when I choose it, I begin to feel something in this heart space. I begin to feel a sense of empowerment. I begin to feel, I can do this. I can do this. I am love. And I begin to move in that direction. And it builds. It gains momentum. And then I start to experience in the outer world of effects, my inner world, which is changing. My inner world, which is the expression of love. It begins to reflect back to me. And I grow and I grow. And eventually, I am in a position to experience myself as the love of which I become what's known as self-realized to a point. To a point meaning that while we're still in physical form, we experience ourselves as love, and then we are to walk it in life. We are to recognize ourselves as love, and at that point, we'll understand the oneness of being. We'll understand that everything around us is part of creation, and we are all one expression of God consciousness. We'll understand that at a deeper level. As we're growing and learning, we can understand the concept of oneness. And then once we grow within it, we get to a point more of spiritual maturity. Then we are called to walk it in life. And that's when we express that love in a profound way. And we lift one another. And that's when we draw back into unity consciousness. That's where we're headed. That's what's going on now in this ascension process. That which is not love is being reflected to us in such a profound way that we're able to see it, feel it in an undeniable way, depending on where we are in loving ourselves. Some of us are very aware, some of us are becoming aware, and some of us are still choosing to be in that state of slumber. No matter where we are, it is right for us, because we each have our own divine time for awakening. And as we go forth in loving ourselves, the blessing that we can give to ourselves and to others is to let others be. And in doing that, I let myself be. I let myself be. I say, right where I am, all is well. Right where I am, I'm okay. I am unfolding in this journey of life to the best of my ability. And I choose to experience it as a loving expression. And I choose to allow others to express in the ways of which they see fit. And the more of us that are opening to love, the more love will be expressed in the outer world. The more we will lift one another and join in unity. And that is our hope for all, that we recognize our responsibility to turn within and to begin to experience the true nature of our being, to claim our love, and to be a powerful force on this earth for the unfoldment of love and the awakening to unity consciousness. We thank you for joining with us this day. We thank you for your ears. We thank you for your open heart. And we share in this journey with you, for we are with you. There is no other place that we could be, for we are one. We are aware of our oneness, and we call to you home. Come home to you. Begin each day to enter into loving practice. We've given some examples here on this podcast. If they feel right for you, step into them. If not, seek that which does. Come home. If this has been valuable to you, please like and subscribe and share. Enter into the action of loving and share this with others so that we may all come into the awareness of our own journey to the return, and so it is. Thank you very much, beautiful loving souls.